are getting closer and closer to the release of Battlefield Hardline now, and EA and Visceral are starting to come out of their pre-release shell and are dropping more and more information every single day. So today, I'm going to update you on a few things, starting with the stability on launch. As I've said in previous videos, Visceral is releasing information about this game every Wednesday, and this week they called on Mike Glazecki, who is the gameplay systems producer, to talk about Battlefield Hardline and how it's going to be the most stable Battlefield launch in a long time. He states that they've had the multiplayer element of the game, so don't forget about single player, just think about the multiplayer environment for a second. They've had that playable for the last 2 years. That's a really, really long time, considering the game was like only thought of back in 2012, so only 1 year after the birth of the idea. Visceral had a working multiplayer environment, which is pretty cool. That extensive time frame is said to have been used really well. Developers, producers and sort of general playtesters have been testing this game almost every day for 2 years, trying out new features, ideas and concepts. The last time I went over to San Francisco when we were talking to the developers, they were going away at about 4 and 5 o'clock to go and play the game in their own playtest, outside of what we were doing. So they really were committed in making sure that all these ideas and different theories that they had on things they wanted to work on, they were playing them as soon as they'd been implemented to see if they actually worked. Glazecki goes on to say, and this bit console users might want to cover your ears, that PC is by far the best platform out there. Seems this guy is a bit of an elitist, but we all know that PC is the most powerful platform out there, and as such your usual standard of extra features have been implemented into Hardline so users can make changes. First of all, things like FOV sliders and changes of resolution up to 4K, anti-aliasing and motion blur, all the things that you expected from Battlefield 4 and previous titles like Battlefield 3 are all in there and can be amended with a few clicks. Also, all of the UI changes that are currently present in Battlefield 4, the ones that were worked on for CTE, like the HUD opacity sliders, all of those are all in Hardline already, which is a really nice thing to see. One small change though is that Visceral have actually set a few defaults for you. So icons already scale depending on your distance from them, and the opacity of all the icons on the screen will change when you're like sort of aiming down sights or whether you're hip firing, so things don't get in your way when you're trying to shoot somebody. All of these are really good additions, and we've come to expect them from Battlefield 4, so if they weren't in Battlefield Hardline, then I think a few people might have been a little bit miffed. One more thing that I've read about recently is some of the balance changes that have been made to some of the weapons in the game since the beta. I don't have any specifics because they haven't really been released, but from what I understand, talking to developers on Twitter and guys like Thad, is that the assault rifles have taken quite a bit of a nerf, with their ridiculous damage being somewhat reduced, and the vertical and side-to-side recoil values being increased too, so these things are no longer laser rifles anymore. For any of you who did get a chance to play in the second beta, I think we can all agree that the M16 and the M416 were clearly the best automatic weapons to use in medium-range engagements, and I kind of found it annoying how powerful they were. I mean, I know Visceral was striving for that faster time to kill, or TTK as some people might refer to it, but those weapons were a little bit ridiculous. You could even get the jump on some of the PDWs, which were specifically designed to work well in close range environments, and you could outgun them with an assault rifle, which didn't make sense. We have that in Battlefield 4 already, and it doesn't make for a great gameplay experience. So the fact that Visceral have taken that feedback on and changed the assault rifles is a really good thing. And finally, we have an upcoming announcement for Battlefield Hardline Premium. Right now, the details were leaked a few days back, but I'm not 100% on those details yet, and as such, I'm not going to be commenting on them. I'd rather bring you the official information when it drops than disappoint you with something that's rumoured and it turn out not to be true. Having said that though, it seems the announcement isn't all that far away. The picture that's on the screen right now was released to the official Battlefield Facebook page a few days back, and it's clearly telling us to expect some sort of official announcement soon. What do you think Premium's going to include this time around? I'm personally hoping for some kind of like focus on camo unlocks or something for weapons and things like that. Maybe monthly drops of certain assignments where you can grind your way through and get access to a new camo. I think that would be a really cool way of doing things. But let me know what you think about Battlefield Hardline Premium and what would you like to see included. But that's about it for today's video, guys, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you could leave me a rating and a comment, that'd be fantastic. And don't forget to check out g2a.com/r/Westy for great deals on the latest games. Links in the description. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.